Show that x is equal to 2 is the solution of the equation x cubed minus 10x squared plus 41x minus 50 is equal to 0, and hence solve the equation completely. Right, so what we're doing is actually solving this equation completely. We've already got one solution. So if we let f of x equal to x cubed minus 10x plus 41x minus 50, if x is equal to 2 is the solution, then if I put f of 2, i.e. if I put 2 instead of x in here, I'm going to get the answer 0, and that's what I got to show really. So 2 cubed minus 10 times 2 squared plus 41 times 2 minus 50, that's equal to 2 cubed is 8, 10 times 2 squared is going to be minus 40, plus 82 minus 50. Well, 8 plus 82 is 90, minus 40 minus 50 will be 0. Therefore, x is equal to 2 is a solution. We've shown it. Right, if we know that x is equal to 2 is a solution, then x minus 2 is a factor of f of x, i.e. something times x minus 2 will be equal to this. Now, to find the other factors, we can use what's known as polynomial division. So we've got x cubed minus 10x squared plus 41x minus 50 divided by x minus 2. Now, it's very, very important when you do polynomial division that you put all the x cubes in one column, all the x squareds in one column, all the x's in one column, and the constant number in one column. So x cubed divided by x, so that's what we've got to do, is going to be x squared. So that needs to go in this column here. And then what we do with long multiplication is, or this is like long division, x squared times x gives me x cubed. And then x squared minus 2x gives me minus 2x squared. So x squared times minus 2 gives me minus 2x squared. Right, if we do now the subtraction, we get nothing from this. Minus 10 minus minus 2 gives me minus 10 plus 2, which is minus 8x squared. So you really need to know your negative numbers here. Bring down the 41x, and now we're going to divide minus x squared by x, and that gives me minus 8x, and then we do minus 8x times x, that gives me minus 8x squared, and then minus 8x minus 2 is going to give me plus 16x. Again, we do a subtraction, so we get nothing from here, and then we're going to do 41 minus 16, which gives me 25x. Bring down the minus 50, and then we're going to divide the 25x by x, which gives me plus 25. Doing the multiplication, 25 times x is going to give me 25x. 25 times minus 2 gives me minus 50. And now when we do the subtraction, we get nothing left, which is what we expect here, because we knew that x minus 2 is a factor of this. So when we put x is equal to 2, we got 0. So what we've got to do now, we can say that x cubed minus 10x plus 41x minus 50 is equal to 0. It's the same as x minus 2 times x squared. This is what we found out. X squared minus 8x plus 25 is equal to 0. So what we've got to do is to solve this quadratic. We either try to factorise it, which you won't be able to do, or you use completing the square, but we're going to use the quadratic formula. So x is equal to minus b. B is minus 8, so it's minus minus 8, plus or minus the square root of b, so it's minus 8 all squared. Be careful to put that in brackets. Minus 4 times 1 times 25. All over 2 times 1. So it's going to give me 8 plus or minus. So we've got 8 squared, minus 8 squared is 64, minus 100, that's going to be the square root of minus 36 over 2. Now we know we can't take the square root of minus 36, but we know the square root of minus 1 is equal to I, and the square root of 36 is 6, so we can write that as 8 plus or minus 6 I all over 2. Now, because 2 goes into both 8 and 6, we can say that comes down to being 4 plus or minus 3i. Therefore, solutions are x is equal to 2, x is equal to 4 minus 3i, or x is equal to 4 plus 3i. Notice that you got the complex conjugate here. These are in conjugate pairs, i.e. the same thing, but one is minus and one is plus. And then that always happens when you've got a polynomial with real coefficients. So, note, a cubic can have 3 real roots, which you probably did before, or it could have 1 real root and 2 complex roots, which are in a conjugate pair. Okay, so this has been a video to show you how to solve a cubic equation over what's known as a complex plane, i.e. finding all possible solutions. I hope you've understood, and I thank you very much for watching.